Good Friday morning, everyone. It is Friday, November 5th. This year is almost over. I'm sorry I haven't been on here in a few weeks, but I was very busy prepping for a craft fair, my first craft fair I've ever done last Saturday. So I'm going to try to get back into doing a video every Friday for you guys. Hope you can join. If you like the videos, please give me a thumbs up, comment, or like. Also share the video with your friends. That helps the YouTube algorithms, and I would appreciate that from you. Okay, today, last year I made a calendar for myself. It's a little desk calendar. It stands like this, and I'm going to show you, I made 20 of these for the craft fair, and they were a very good seller. They're also great gifts for your co-workers or teachers just to sit on their desk. So I want to show you how to make one. It's pretty simple, pretty quick. We're going to be using Highland Heather ink today. And then the stamps that we're going to use, I'm going to use the Love of Leaves. This is going to be my sentiment that's on the calendar. We'll be using the Daisy Lane punches and the stamp set, the small one and the larger one. And then you've got the punches for them both here that we'll use. And for the sentiment to be stamped on, I'm going to use this die from the Hippo and Friends die set. Okay, we're going to use the hand pen, the beautiful 12 by 12 hand penned paper. I'm going to use cardstock, that is Daffodil Delight, and then you'll need your scrap of Highland Heather for your daisies to be punched out of. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our paper trimmer, and I'm going to give you the measurements now, but I'll also put the measurements down in the description of this video. So you'll have them and won't have to worry about writing them down. Okay, the card base is going to be 11 by 4 1/4. So you're going to put it at the 4 1/4. Let me pull this down to get in the camera. I'm sorry. You're going to put your cardstock at the 4 1/4 mark, right there. And then you're going to cut that. Put this piece aside. You'll use that in a bit. And then you're going to turn this and score it at 5 1/2. So let me move this over a little bit more. Can't see it, can you? So we're going to move the cutting blade out of the way, and we're going to put this on 5 1/2, and we're going to score it. Okay, I'm going to score that at 5 1/2. So that's your basic base for your calendar. Then you're going to take the other piece that you had, and you're going to cut 4 1/8. 4 1/8. You're going to cut a piece there, 4 1/8 by 3. This is to make the little stand on the inside of your calendar. Okay, and on the 3-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. And when I'm doing the smaller measurements, I put it on this side. So here's a 1/2 inch over here. Then we're going to turn it and score the rest. So a 1/2 inch score. Then we're going to turn it on this side and go 1 1/2. And I hope the camera's not shaking too much by doing this. 1 1/2, and then move it over to 2 1/2 right there. 2 1/2. Okay, got that done. Now we're going to take a piece and cut it 3 1/4. We'll do our cutting first. 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. 3 1/4 by 2.5. That is the mat for your calendar itself. And these are the little calendars that I order. I'll try to get the link and remember to put it in the description below, but it's with corporatepublishingcompany.com is where I order these from. Okay, so we'll put that aside for now. I think we're done. Oh, nope, we're not done with all of our cutting. We're going to cut our pretty DSP, the hand pen DSP, and that needs to be 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 by 4. And looking at this, do I want this on the calendar or do I want this side on the calendar? Well, it really doesn't matter because we're going to put the daisy and the sentiment and everything over it. So we'll do this way. Nope, I'm changing my mind. I want to do it this way. 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so this is the mat that we'll have, and hopefully some of these flowers are going to show once we get the calendar and the sentiment on there. We'll move our trimmer out of the way. We will take our bone folder now and burnish this very good here. I'll lay that aside. Then we're going to take the piece for the inside and we're going to fold on the score lines. And of course, then you're going to take your bone folder and press them to burnish them very well. Okay, so that part's done. Now we burnish this a little bit better. Lay down. Okay, we will now take our piece of DSP, and that's going to go here like this. So we'll take our multi-purpose glue, put that on there, and put this down, center it right there. Okay, now we can go ahead and take the calendar and the calendar mat. This little calendar that I get, the one I ordered last year, I ordered from a different company, and it doesn't have the dates in red and all, and I like that. It starts with December, and then it goes through January, but it has the holidays and the Sundays and everything in red. And I think I like that one better. They're both the same size, really. And this has a little peel-off adhesive on the back, so you just peel that off, and you center that here on your mat, your calendar mat. Okay, we'll put that aside. Now we're going to go ahead and put this down. This is the center part, like I said. So the mountain goes up. So you're going to be putting, open your calendar up, you're going to be putting glue on this side and mount it down, and then we'll put glue on this side. So we put the multi-purpose glue here. This project is so simple and doesn't use that many supplies, and it's very simple to make. Okay, so you're going to kind of look here. I don't put mine all the way down to the end, but a little bit, and make sure it's as straight as you can get it, and press it down. Then you'll put your multi-purpose glue here on this one, on this side here, and lay that down, and then pull this over and lay that down and give it a good press. Okay, so that gives you, you can see how it stands up, okay? Just like that. All right, now to finish this off, I use the sentiment from that stamp set. Like I said, your friendship is something I know I can count on. And the Hippo Friends die, cut that out. I cut a Daffodil Delight one in with the same die. And now I'm going to take snips, and I think I want it to be cut this way. So I'm going to cut this in half, just like this. And then I want to glue these together. I'm going to set the calendar out of the way for a moment. I'm going to use my silicone mat, and I'm just going to put glue up here and offset this just a little bit, okay? So we'll use the glue again. And this multi-purpose glue is forgiving. It gives you a little bit of time to have some wiggle room. You can move it around if you need to. Am I in the camera? No, I wasn't very well in the camera. So here we go. I'm going to offset it just about like that. And then I'm going to do the bottom part the same way. And we're going to put it down along the bottom about the same way we did the top, as best you can. There you go. Okay, so then move the silicone mat out of the way. I'm going to just place it now, not adhere anything down, but I just want to place it and see how I want it. So the sentiment's going to go there. And I did the daisy in Highland Heather cardstock, and I used the Highland Heather ink to stamp the larger one and two of the smaller ones, and I just offset them and adhered them together. I have a little heart punch that I used in my stash and made a heart here with the Daffodil Delight paper cardstock. So I don't know if I want to pop this up and leave this down, or if I want to lay this down and pop this up. I think I'm gonna pop this up and lay this down. I could pop both of them up, actually. We'll see. I'll think about that for a minute. I'll use the multi-purpose glue again and put on the calendar mat. And I'm gonna pull this down and center it right about there, because you want to leave room. You definitely want to leave room for your sentiment and your my flower, my daisy, in fact. And these just peel off. You just pull them right off each month. I think I'm gonna glue this one down and pop the daisy up. So we'll just put the multi-purpose glue on the back of this. I'll show you some others. I had a couple left from the craft fair, and I'll show you those when I get done with this. Okay, and then I'm going to use a dimensional and put on the back of this, and I'm just going to put one on the back that'll hold it very nicely. Okay, and I'm going to kind of off center like this so it doesn't impede my sentiment there. And that's basically it. Now I want to put something in the middle of this heart. I have a bow jig, what I call a bow jig, that my husband made for me, and several friends have bought them from me and want to know wanted me to do a video to show how this works. So it's just a piece of board with 2 nails and some holes in it. I'm going to take a piece of linen thread, and you cut a piece over how long you think you might need it, or leave it on the roll if you want and cut this end off afterwards. But you wrap it around the back. You got your 2 sides. You're going to bring this one over the top of this one. Then you're going to go under the back and back over the top. So you see you've got your little bows there. This one came from the back over the top. Then you're going to crisscross them like this and like this, and then you're going to tie your knot. This bow jig makes it so easy and so simple to tie a bow. Okay, and then you can use your snips and cut it ever what size you or length you need. I'm going to use a glue dot to put it right there. So I'm going to, I think I'll leave them a little bit long. Put that aside. And then you could take your foam folder and curl them a little bit. There you go. I think I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take a glue dot and roll it with my fingernail. Just a little bit. Well, I plan to. There you go. And I'm going to put it right here in the middle of the heart, like so. And then put that right there. Okay, and there you go. That is your calendar. Let me see if I have enough on here. I don't. So let me show you. I'm going to show you the bow jig one more time. If you have your linen thread on the spool, I lay it down on this side, go around the back, come over, go left to right, push this one through the back, push it through the back, and come back over the top with it. Then you do like this, and you come under here and tie it. Okay, tie it tight, and then just pull your little nails out and cut this one to the length you need it to be. You can also use any of the ribbons. I've made some here with the ribbons. And there's one that I made with the ribbon. And there's another that I made with the ribbon. So you can make them small. You can move these and make them as big as you want. But that's the bow jig, and that ties very easily. I even use this to make one. But here is your calendar. I hope you guys will make one. Like I said, this is the one I made myself last year. And I made a bunch of those last year for friends. And these are 2 that I made at the craft fair. That one and this one. You can make it as simple as you want. You don't have to do all of this. You can just stamp a big sentiment there and pass it on as a gift to someone. I know they would enjoy it. This is my host code for November. If you guys see anything here that you like and would like to place an order, I would appreciate your order. Just go to my online store, and I'll have the link below for the online store, and order any products that you might need. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I am in the United States. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I thank you guys for watching today, and I hope to see you next Friday. Thank you. Have a great weekend.